Where do we stand? That lecture on vocational guidance was very interesting. What he said about architecture made me think. Yeah, I've always thought I'd like engineering. I'm going to find out more about it. My vocational hopes are simple. I want to be a good wife and mother. And mine may surprise you. Politics. Politics? You mean you want to be a politician? You must be crazy. Don't you know how dishonest politics is? That's what too many people think, but you're both wrong. Politics is bad only when men make it bad. Well spoken, Paul. You must have been reading the book I lent you. I have, Father. Ned and Bob don't seem to realize that Pope Leo XIII himself urged Catholics to get into politics. But he did. He knew that politics is really the art and science of government, and he realized how important it is to have good men doing the governing. Let's try to picture Paul's career in politics. He'll have to make many important decisions right from the very beginning. We'll stop at each decision and try to decide whether it was a good one or not. Deciding to run was decision number 1. All right, I'll run. But remember, I don't know anything about politics. You don't have to be a city council chairman. Common sense and honesty are what you need, and you have them. And it wasn't long before decision number 2 came up. My company would like to see someone friendly to it as chairman, Paul. Here's your contribution to the campaign fund. $10,000? Thanks, Mr. Argent, but the campaign won't cost half that. I couldn't take it. Decision number 3 had to be a fast one. And because he's a Catholic, all of us other Catholics should vote for him. No, excuse me, but that is not so. No one should vote for me simply because I'm a Catholic. Paul had his own group working for his election, but a certain political club made decision number 4 necessary. We've got the votes lined up. We could elect you easily. If I see things your way after election. No thank you, sir. Lined up votes don't make good government. So, Paul was elected council chairman, but it was only the beginning. Congratulations, Paul, and good luck. Thanks, Mrs. Lindman. Good luck, Paul. Now that you're chairman, there's something I want to ask you. During the following week, decision number 5 concerned a friend. And so you see, on your recommendation, they'll make me superintendent of schools. Have you had any experience or training along those lines? No, but what difference does that make? You didn't for the job you have. There's a difference. I will not recommend you for the job. And there were others who brought about decision number 6. We need the community house. Everybody will benefit from it. I agree, yet I won't support this local ordinance you propose because businessmen will be paying more than their fair share. That is unjust. Fighting for a good law resulted in decision number 7. There they go. Public school children, non-public school children. The ordinance you sponsored is in effect, but... Yes, I know, I've made some enemies. But it was a just law that benefits all citizens. Whether I'm elected again or not, doesn't matter. But some people thought that Paul's re-election was pretty certain. Their carelessness made decision number 8 necessary. We're planning a hunting trip for Election Day, Paul. Yes, we know you don't need our votes. I may not need them, but your country does. You're selling out your shares in democracy. Oh, come on now, Paul. All that, just for not voting in a local election. All that and more. You don't seem to realize that you have a moral obligation to vote. Please, do me a favor. Drop in tonight, and we'll have an open forum on the subject. That night, Paul told them of a certain foreign country in which the citizens were almost slaves. All their rights and freedoms were gone. You can't do this! It's against the law! Where's your warrant? It isn't against the law. There's a special law that says we can do just what we're doing. And here's the warrant. How could they get a warrant? From a judge, of course. This kind of judge. I shouldn't issue this warrant. The man has done no wrong. The law he broke is a bad one. Forget that, Judge. And remember who put you on the bench. Besides, the law is on the books, isn't it? And how did such a law get on the books? It was put there by the lawmakers. This kind of lawmaker. Now remember, headquarters wants this law passed today. No objections and no debate. Who put men like this in government? Well, this kind. We can't take over the state under existing laws. No, we need our kind of law. And now we have enough of our kind of lawmakers to pass it. Their kind of lawmaker in office. But how did they get elected? Well, to meetings like this. Good Government League presents Honorable John Smith speaking on Know the Candidates. Very few came, which made it easy for some men like this. Johnson here says the 10th district is ours. Yes, that was the last unorganized district. We now control the city. To control the voters of a city. Fantastic. How can anyone control votes? Easy. In ways like 10th District Party. Dining, dancing, prizes, everything free. Speeding ticket. Don't worry, I can get it fixed. There might be steady work for you if you vote our way. But all citizens aren't like this. They aren't the majority. How could anyone win elections through them? Let's listen in on one last meeting. Maybe the answer lies. How can you be sure the election's in the bag? There seem to be a lot of people voting. Not half as many as there should be. Our people are out to vote our way. But the good citizens aren't here. In this kind of citizen. Tomorrow's election day, Jim. How about driving out to the country? Fine. We'll get an early start. Our votes won't mean anything. It's all dirty politics anyway. Someday the good citizens may realize who's really responsible for dirty politics. Until then, we're safe. Perfectly safe. Note: nothing in life stands still, including politics. This comic was published over 70 years ago. Do you think politics has gotten better in that time? Or worse?